All right, this one is going to be so simple, you guys. We are going to take these dollar store bats. I got them at the 99-cent only store, and they were $1.30, which I think they just need to change their store name. Wow, a beauty queen! Look at that beauty queen! Do you want a greenie? You get a treat?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice. Okay, so like I was saying, the bats are $1.29. This black gauze is 99 cents each, and I think you can cover about 3 bats with it. So if you wanted to do 3 bats, 1 pack of gauze, this whole thing would be under $5. The only other thing you're gonna need is some fabric stiffener, or you can use Mod Podge, or probably also Elmer's glue, watered down. I just ran out of all of my fabric stiffener, so I'm doing the second half of this project with watered down Mod Podge. So I will let you know how they turn out and if one is better than the other. Also want to have some scissors on hand and some newspaper because this can get really messy. I'm gonna cut these into strips, and I found that since this is folded up this way, if you just kind of unfold it once and then cut through, that's gonna be the easiest way to keep your cheesecloth gauze together and dip it, and then you can pull it apart. Otherwise, it kind of does the same thing that plastic wrap does, where it just kind of like folds up on itself. So this will make your life a lot easier, and I would go maybe 2.5 inches wide, about like that. Then we can dip it all at once, squeeze it out, and then unravel it. You can do this single or double layered. It looks a little bit better if you do a single layer at a time. It's gonna take you a little bit longer, and it's kind of tricky because it will kind of fold up on itself. But if you're careful, it's definitely doable, and I think you're gonna like the result in the end. So they have these little notches, and that's what the tinsel was wrapped around. So we're gonna utilize those. I kind of paid attention to how the tinsel was wrapped, and it seems like they went from one wing across, kind of did the body, and then did the other wing. So I'm doing them in the same pattern. I don't think it really matters which way you start. I am right-handed, so it's kind of easier to start on this side, and I'm just gonna pin it here, wrap it around these two on the end, and then I'm just going to go around the front. I'm gonna go back and forth across these notches, just like the tinsel was placed on here. You can wrap the whole thing. That's how I did the first one, but I think you're gonna end up wasting a lot of the gauze It really just needs to be on the front. And we can always go back in after this is dry and add a few more pieces. But I'm really happy with where this is right now. Some of them I have a little bit more tatters, and some I think I'm gonna leave a little cleaner. So I'm just gonna give it a little extra Mod Podge. And then I'm gonna set him in the sun to dry up a little bit. These just took a few hours to dry in the sun. I flipped them over halfway through and they were ready to hang up the next day. This is one of the easiest DIYs. It was so much fun to do and I think it packs a big punch, especially for the cost. I also grabbed the boo sign and did the same method with white gauze. So if you want to see that, it'll be on my TikTok and Instagram this week. I used all the same methods. The only thing I would do differently with that one is probably spray paint the base white because we're using white gauze and the plastic is actually black. But otherwise, it's such a simple project, so cheap, so easy and fun. And I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you soon for the next one. Happy Halloween.